Hello and welcome to Introduction to Arabic, our newest, completely free course. During this course, you won't only learn to speak and manage a great amount of Arabic in very little time, but also you should develop and explore the thinking processes, skills, and habits which will turn you into a master language learner, in control of your own learning process. During this experience, we aim to challenge the relationship we are taught to have with information in mainstream industrialized education systems, which tend to heavily focus on memory rather than on understanding. With the thinking method, we will dissect Arabic and use Arabic to explore the phenomenon of language. So whatever we look at it to understand it, rather than feeling intimidated by having to rely on memory rather than comprehension. In this way, we have a sense of ownership over the knowledge that if we were memorizing, we would only feel like we were borrowing. Unlike other language courses, you won't learn any set phrases, fixed expressions, or anything of the kind. You will build up all of the sentences that we create during this course through your own thinking processes and understanding of Arabic. The course is recorded with a volunteer student, and the course you are about to listen to is an edited version of this real-life learning experience. The student here isn't an actor and doesn't have a script. I will be asking the volunteer student to perform mental exercises which will result in the construction of sentences in Arabic. These exercises you must do yourself, out loud, then continue listening to the audio to see how our volunteer student answered. These exercises are not tests, so it's important not to rush, to take time to build up your answer piece by piece. We must think slowly to learn quickly, and once we've said a sentence, we should feel free to forget it. The sentence isn't important, it's the building process. Don't try to memorize anything. Memorization is an extremely distracting and superficial process. I say don't memorize rather than don't remember, because remembering and memorization are two very different things. You will find yourself remembering, but not through active memorization. The more you abandon the habit of memorization and just relax, listen and think about what we are discussing, the more information you will find yourself assimilating. Of course, some words you may have trouble recalling, and that's natural. Don't worry about that. Just follow the advice in the audios about how to recall or dig out information that you think you may have forgot, and enjoy building your sentences. Remember, you can always repeat the course, which should alleviate any anxiety you might have about remembering. You are seeing this is the most important point. I need you engaged with me 100%, which you cannot be if you are trying to actively memorize anything. Don't write. You will carry around your new language in your head, not in a notebook. If you write down any particular word, for example, and whilst we are constructing our sentences, you are looking at this piece of paper with that word written down, it's a very different mental process than finding that word in your mind. That piece of paper acts something like an external brain cell. You might then find it difficult to construct sentences without relying on this piece of paper. So that's why it's important not to write anything down and experiment with the methods that we see in the audio about recalling anything you may believe you have forgotten. Find a comfortable place to do the audios where you can relax and concentrate. It's not a good idea to have it in the background in the car or during cooking. Much better to find a place and a time during the day that you can dedicate solely to your learning experience. It's also important to find a time of day where you feel bright and with energies to think things through. It's much better to do little often than a lot all at once. The point is to have a healthy relationship with learning. Don't stretch and press and stress yourself. Make the activity something you enjoy. Whenever you feel tired or disengaged, take a break and come back to it later. Take charge of the learning process and take charge of making it something you engage with in a positive way. Don't cram unnecessarily or force yourself to do that extra track when you can already feel yourself drifting away. Using headphones may help you to tune out from the outside world and concentrate on your learning journey. It is of the utmost importance that you don't just listen and follow the audios, even if you are listening and following and everything is making sense. If you don't pause, participate, think, and work out the answer for yourself before you hear the answer, you will not be having your own learning experience, but just witnessing somebody else's. If you don't pause and work out the answer for yourself before continuing with the audio, you'll finish knowing a lot about Arabic, but not speaking Arabic. Sometimes our student takes a second to reply, sometimes 30 seconds or more. In the editing, a short pause has been left for you to hit the pause button and embark on your own mental journey. Don't rush this journey. Remember, it is this thinking process which is making us internalize the language. So take your time to think things through steadily. If it's been a while since you had to concentrate like this, then don't worry. You will notice your concentration span increase very rapidly. Don't worry even about memorizing this advice. It will be revisited many times during the course. Now, not only are all the courses at Language Transfer available for completely free download, we are also an independent and unfunded project. This allows us to simply create the best courses we can, rather than focusing on creating the best courses money can buy. The monetary system and market economics, or what generates money, has its own rules, and it imposes them on education. It's not necessarily the best material that makes most money. We want to be free of this paradigm and also of the self-censorship and creative restrictions that often come with external funding, which is why we have decided to not apply for external funding either. So we really are an independent project. If you want to help us maintain this freedom and continue to produce more life-changing courses, then please do donate through our website www.languagetransfer.org. Thank you for joining us, and let's begin.